Good morning. My name is Sergeant First Class Richard Hurt. I'm using Pear for a Google slide presentation. As you see the animation in the background, it's going to go over a few tutorials of how to actually use Pear. But I'm going to talk about something that's in my wheelhouse called drill movements. Army drill movements by myself, Sergeant First Class Hurt. Then I'm going to go over some basic stationary movements. This can take a long time because a lot of things with my class are hands-on. So if you get an opportunity to go to this presentation, you'll see how the moves are demonstrated and also how it is in the book. It's easy to talk about it, but it's always better to just practice. First basic stationary movement is the hand salute. The hand salute, the command is called present arms. On the command of arms, the individual raises his right hand smartly in the most direct manner while at the same time extending his fingers, joining his fingers. Place his thumb alongside the forefingers, keeping his palm facing downward in a straight line. The hand is slightly tilted. So what happens is when my students actually practice this, we go and correct their hand movement where it should be at and demonstrate how present arms should actually be. And after a couple of times of practice and the commands are given, present arms, then the students finally understand what they have to do in order for this to actually happen. So it's not really that hard, but it can be difficult for some. Here's the next one. The next one is basic standing movements. So this command is called right face. In the picture illustration, it shows exactly what you're supposed to be doing when you're given the command of a right face. On the command of face, this is the command of execution. You got a preparatory command being right. So the command would be right with a little pause, face. You'll raise your left toe and your right heel slightly upwards and pivot at a 90-degree angle on the left foot and the ball of the right foot. It's really easy to do. You got to apply a little bit of slight pressure to do this. This is the direct opposite when you're doing a left face, which I'll talk about later on in the presentation. On the command of right face, which toe will you raise in order to move? This is a question that I would have for the class. So you'll be able to click in and find out exactly what the right answer is and actually answer at the same exact time. Here's the command of left face. This time you'll be facing the total opposite direction. Being again, the command of execution is left and then face being the command of execution. You got a preparatory command and a command of execution. On the command of face, you will raise your right toe and left foot slightly at a pivot at a 90-degree on the right foot at the ball of the left foot and on the heel of the right foot, assisted by a slight pressure on the ball of the left foot. You have to keep your legs straight but not stiff. The upper portion of your body remains at the position of attention, which I will talk about later on in my next presentation. Here's the last one, standing movement. It's pretty hard for some people because the about face is really difficult for some because you got to have coordination. On command of face, you lift your right foot from your hip just enough to clear the ground and naturally bend the knees, placing the ball on the right approximate half length of the shoe length behind the left heel. You distribute the weight evenly and pivot around at 180 degrees this time. What you basically be doing is turning completely around. When viewed from this illustration, it shows you exactly how to do it. You can read through the presentation and you can also practice this movement. Here's a link that you would use to go back to this Pear deck right now to actually get this little lesson. And hope this has been helpful and informational for you and my students. My audience, of course, would be primarily my cadets. Also, anybody in the college level ROTC could use this as well. And I hope you guys got something out of this. Thank you. Okay.